Why, hello there everyone. So as promised, here is a follow-up video where I look at the patch notes. Now, I haven't actually looked at the patch notes yet, so I'll just be going through them as I look at them, and hopefully there's something good here for everyone. So, let's see what we've got. This is the Sonic stuff. It looks okay, I guess. Anyways, class adjustment skills. Adjusted the visual cue of the counter window for Braver class skill Fearless Attitude. Now, for those that have played Braver after the expansion, they changed the visual indicator for Fearless. Now it is being reverted back to how it was before the expansion visually. It's still the same buff-wise. Let's see. Players adjusted potency for special armaments when the player's battle power is 4,400 or greater. That basically means that very likely the mobile cannons, like in Malignant Darkfall's Dalian, have been buffed. So they will be doing more damage. So if you, for whatever reason, still haven't done a Malignant Darkfall's Dalian solo, now is probably the best time to do it, because with the buffs to mobile cannon, it should be a lot less RNG dependent. The following preset skills have been buffed. Fixa Attack, Fixa Fatale, Fixa Wix, Fixa Blaster, and Fixa Guard. Did I say Fixa Termina? Whatever. Anyways, hopefully what this means is a lot of the other Fixas will be roughly on par with a band deck, because, a band deck has a definitive advantage over every other Fixa, and it is now extremely easy to get Fixa band deck maxed out at 20 FX caps. Between the Magis caps, the Lars caps, the Ratty caps, now Altia Domina, and I think that's it, right? Yeah, the Magis caps and all the other Bis caps. So hopefully there's some sort of change to this that'll make it easier, that'll make the other Fixas more worthwhile in the long run now. The EX augments, EX enemy down PP gain, and EX enemy down PP gain 2 have been adjusted so that the effect is also applied to downs other than physical and elemental downs. That is actually really good. So that I actually use... No, I don't use PP down, I use PB down. Oh well. The following adjustments have been made to boss enemies Renus Retem and Renus Vera. The screen shake effect on some attacks has been reduced. The graphics for some attacks have been adjusted to make the attack range easier to see. I wonder if that's for the lasers, because those are pretty hard to see, where the hitboxes. The damage of some attacks has been reduced. Adjusted the boss element meta so that during certain downs, only player attacks to its weak point will connect. I wonder if that's for the Straga, because the hitboxes on that are kind of weird. Reduce the damage of certain attacks of the boss enemies Eliminata and Distragas. Quests and fields. Player visual effects will no longer display in certain quests, including Trainia and Drills, so I'm assuming that's the filter. The amount of points required to activate the ARG Mag boost at all region mags has been reduced. I guess they realized that it's getting difficult to fill it out, so they're reducing the requirements. The rare drop indicator will also display on trial completion. Add a feature that allows players to check the details of quest rewards and featured item drops from quest info. From the end of scheduled maintenance until the end of scheduled maintenance, all urgent quests occurring in the Retem region will be changed to the urgent quest channel of the Fallen Star. No other urgent quests will happen, which means you won't be seeing Solus. Add an item series search function to the personal shop search. This function won't apply to items put up for sale before the update, so only the Exodus armor and future... Wait, what? Only the Exodus series and armor released in future will be searchable. Okay. Implemented the following improvements for the wanted item list. Wait, it said series, never mind. The wanted item list cannot be accessed from the personal tab in the main menu. Items from some item lists can now be added to the wanted item list. A wanted icon will now display next to items registered to your wanted list. That's pretty good. EX augments can now be added to the wanted item list. The following changes have been made to auto sell. I talked about this in the weekly check-in, but basically 11 to 13 star rarity weapons are now included in auto sell, and 11 to 12 star rarity. I said that out of order. Whatever. To accommodate these new additions, player can now freely switch between tabs for weapons, armor, and misc that have been added to the menu. The size of the banner displayed in the ACSG shops has been adjusted. In exchange shops, item details now display when the player hovers their cursor over an item in the target item list. In exchange shops, an item and add to wanted item list submenu now displays when the item is selected from the target item list. Okay. The item trader shop menu now organizes items by tier within each category. They basically cleaned it up then. Add a camera setting value. Okay, I discussed that in the weekly check-in. The list order of tasks and eliminate. Okay, also the icon and thumbnail for premium sets now have a new design. Fancy. Character creation. Add the face option animatic face to the default selectable list in character creation and the salon. Okay, and there's some default faces to go with it. The following items will be added to the Augment Capsules product list in the item lab under Exchange Enhancement Materials, Altia Domina. You know, I don't know why, but I can barely talk whenever I am talking about a script. Some items from the Spring 25 scratch are now included: Evol, Orbit, Codec, Christia, and Tenebris. Bunch of MTM stuff, other specifications, that's line strike stuff, who cares about line strike? Alright, bugs. Fix the bug with the cocoon first step where certain tasks could sometimes not be cleared because the sub palette could not be edited after wall kicking. What? Fix a bug with the boss enemies Estraga and Elimineta that caused some enemies' attacks to linger after they were downed. A few enemies have that issue. Fix the bug with the boss Renes Vera where some enemy parts did not display under certain conditions. Address the bug with the boss enemy Dryarvis where part of its weak point clipped through the ground when downed. I'm assuming that's its main head. Or well, it's probably head to general. Fix a bug where featured item drops for some quests were not prioritized in the results screen at quest completion and in the list of rewards. Fix a bug in the urgent quest and the stars fell where Mars could be used in parts where it should not have been activatable. So that is referring to Phase 3 where you get into the final down confrontation with Vale. For whatever reason, I think if you out damage Vale during the DPS check prior to it, for whatever reason you will not de-equip Mars and you will fight Vale in the Mars. I think that's what's referring to, at least. I can't think of any other reason. Fixed a bug where prices would sometimes not display correctly in the purchase build parts menu for creative space. More line strike stuff, no one cares about line strike. Fixed a bug where the melee of the BGM played while spec, more line strike. Fixed a bug where the PP would not more line strike stuff. Why do I keep reading line strike stuff? Fixed a bug with the Braver class skill Photon Bow attack impact where the launch and knockback defense effects would end abruptly in the middle of an activation motions for the Photon arts that had enhanced effects applied. Fix a bug where the locked items could be selected as materials under certain conditions in the transfer all augments and EX transfer options of the item lab. Fix a bug where the effects of the EX augment, EX critical, and liven would sometimes not reset under certain conditions. Fix a bug where having high resolution display caused some parts of the UI to stop displaying the correct text size. Fix a bug where the numbers shown for exchange quantity and selected in exchange shop would overflow under certain conditions. Weapon camo changes. Fixed up more MTM idle stuff. Okay, I guess that's it. NGS and PSO2. No one cares about that. Okay, I think that is basically it. So yeah, that is our update for this week. We've got quite a bit of stuff. I recall in the headline they said that Waker will eventually get its expansion, so hopefully Slayer also gets this treatment. There should also be a new armor set releasing called the Prager armor. At least I think that's the case. I can't remember. I don't think it was shown during the... No, I probably just missed... I probably skipped it. So there should be a new armor set. It has 7.0% potency, which means it is better than our Acro Stasis armor. If you have augment transfer passes, I highly recommend using it on that because that is a very good use of it. Anyways, with that being said, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoy me doing stuff without a script. I don't know if I can show this or if it shows up on stream, but yeah, I just write notes now for stuff. I don't know if this is showing. Yeah, it does show. Yeah, so this is basically how I did the what's coming and leaving for the week. Anyways, with that being said, thank you for watching for real, and I will see you in the next video. Uh-oh, oh my god, I am pressing everything but the stop recording button.